Previously on the Kentucky Chronicles, Any Man Amy agreed to move her and her 2 young boys in with a suspicious creep she barely knows because he is so good with the boys.
My top priority is my boys, and he is extremely good with them.
What you doing, Gates Dion? What's up, Glen Allen?
So will you move in with me?
We've only been together 2 months and 2 weeks.
It is
Why
fast,
are you ready
but
for me?
do you doubt that we're gonna be together?
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm just like,
We're gonna
What's
be
up?
together, so we might as well be
Damn.
together.
That's not concerning at all. But how could she not fall for this slim, slimy stud? I mean, look at that cigarette-stained smile, those soulless eyes, that full head of luscious hair. He just makes all 3 of Amy's brain cells tingle with dopamine. But a family fun day turned into a disaster when Amy got jumped by a gangster camel.
we were like, let's take the boys to the zoo. He was like, well, there's a zoo in Tennessee that you can drive through and you can pet them and you can feed the animals. And I'm like, oh, that would be perfect. We bought 12 buckets of food and we're just driving through the zoo.
What do you think? You like the safari park?
Jesus Christ.
We have identified the camel as 20-year-old Camillus III, also known by his rapper name, Mr. Hump Day. Mr. Hump Day claims that he was just taking a couple chunks out of Amy to help her lose a few pounds since she clearly has stopped losing weight. And he is not the one that snitched, but he is glad that Amy caught a case. The fiasco ended with Amy and her Kentuckian prince behind bars for the illegal possession of drugs around her 2 young boys.
But when the cops searched the car, they found a little bag of marijuana. I was at the hospital in the ER after my stitches got put in, and the cops came in and started reading my rights. And I'm like, where's Brian? Where's Brian? You know, it didn't dawn on me that he was arrested till they were reading me my rights, basically. I went from a beautiful day of spending time with the boys to me being in jail.
Well, that's what happens when morons want to become mothers. And in this episode, Amy must face the consequences of her actions, but not before Brian seals the deal by dropping to one knee, looking her straight in her eye, and proposing with a negative 2-carat ring.
I know we both said we'd never do this again, but my love for you is insane. Will you marry me?
So today we are going to go over everything that happened in episodes 4 and 5 of the newest season of 1,000 Pound Sisters, including a failed family intervention, a horror show of a proposal, and a Kentuckian Corn Fest hoedown. Now, if you have not seen my videos covering episodes 1 through 3 of this newest season, season 7, the link to that playlist will be in the description below. Hey guys, so quick disclaimer from Editing Mo here. As you probably noticed, there's no face cam today. Look, it's been a really rough 2 weeks and I'm really sick. I'm dealing with some tech issues, some personal issues. I do not feel good, but I'm gonna try my damnedest to make this video as entertaining as I can for y'all, and I will be back in my next video with my regular format so y'all can see my funny ass facial expressions. I hope you find this video and my jokes entertaining regardless. Also, please make sure you subscribe and you hit that like button, because if not, my cat Nova is gonna be very upset with you, and trust me, you wouldn't like that cat when she's angry. So please subscribe and like the video so YouTube knows my videos are worth a damn. Okay, now let's finally get into everything that happened in episodes 4 and 5 of this hot mess fiasco. So episode 4 starts off with Amy walking into the interview room, Fupa first, with a Monster Energy drink, looking stupid. Like, at this point, the Fupa is a whole side character because Amy doesn't know how to wear shirts that fit her properly.
It's been a few days since I got bit by a camel, and life is more crazy now than it ever was.
Yeah, I bet it has been, Heifer. Now, if you want to listen to Boogeyman Brian over there, none of this would have happened. Now, she brings up again that all they found was a little baggie of in the car that she had a med card for, but it didn't transfer out of state because the situation happened in Tennessee.
After the whole bite, the police show up, and when they searched the car, they found a little in a bag that shouldn't have been in there. Because of that, they arrested me and Brian. I have a medical marijuana card for chronic back pain, but I didn't know it didn't transfer to states. So when the cop found it, my medical card didn't cover my ass.
So I guess they are still ignoring the fact that shrooms were also found in the car, and they are still refusing to explain why the cops searched the car in the first place. According to the news articles, there was a very strong, obvious smell wafting from the vehicle. Now, based on observation and common sense, I've concluded that they were smoking around those kids in the car, because as a professional stoner, I know that a little baggie of is not going to be that loud, okay, unless it was recently rolled up and lit. It's either that or they sprinkled it around the car like it was potpourri. And like I said in my previous video, this woman smoked cigarettes with the baby on her lap. So you know she's doing other substances around the kids too. These kids will probably fail a piss test right now. She said jail was horrible and lonely and she had to sleep on a little mattress on the floor. But fortunately, Big Brother Chris bailed her out.
Jail was very cold and lonely place. And all you do is sleep, because that's all there is to do. There was a little mattress on the floor. That's all I got. It was really bad. Thankfully, Chris came and bailed me out the next day. What happens now is just keeping my mind busy till my court date, which is in a few weeks.
Now, what were you expecting, a Motel 6 setup? And was it that much worse than your dirty ass house? Now, of course, Chris bailed her out because he is always parenting his younger siblings. See, me, I would have let her ass stew in there for a couple more days. I would have let her ass marinate in jail. Because as we're about to discover, Amy has learned nothing from this experience about being responsible or accountable for her actions. Anyway, Amy says that she has to go pick up some special antibiotics because no one knew that camels carry a very particular bacteria that could lead to some serious infections. I mean, I did because I'm a nerd like that, but whatever. She said Brian went to change the bandage and there was some green Ghostbuster slime oozing out of that bitch.
Last night, I went to go take a shower and Brian was taking my stair strips off. And that's when we noticed it was infected. Because it was draining green pussy stuff. So I ended up going to the ER. They were like, okay, what kind of antibiotics do we need to give this lady? So they had to look it up themselves. They had to get on Wikipedia themselves. And come to find out there's a special antibiotic for camels.
Now, let's be honest. Amy is not the most hygienic person to begin with, so I know that bacteria was just thriving up in her, okay? Amy is like a 5 seasons resort for bacteria and germs. That infection was up in there living the good life. She's like, who knew that there was an antibiotic for camels? I don't know, people in Africa? Click, click, click.
Come to find out there's a special antibiotic for camels. Who knew that? People in Africa? I don't know.
Y'all, the ignorance is not funny anymore. Like these past few seasons, every time Amy says some dumb shit, I get more and more pissed off. So basically, every time Amy opens her mouth, I get more and more pissed off. Apparently, the family has been calling her, trying to get in touch, trying to talk about the situation, but she doesn't feel like talking to any of them right now because she doesn't need their judgment.
My phone's blowing up, baby. I just don't feel like talking to people right now. Give me time, I'm traumatized. My family's been texting me since my camel bite, but it's like, man, there ain't no way in hell I want to talk on this phone right now. I got too much on my mind. Because damn, I'm already beating myself up. I don't need your judgment too.
So in other words, she doesn't want to be held accountable for her actions. So the family decides to meet up to plan how they are going to handle the situation with Amy. So this is basically the pre-meeting before the actual meeting because we need to fill in the runtime of this show. So of course, the first thing the family does is start cracking jokes and shit like they always do because no one can roast you better than your own people.
It's been a few days since Amy got out of jail. So today, me and Brittany are going to meet Misty and Amanda. But hopefully the rest of us can figure out the best plan of action to help and support Amy through this storm of a camel bite.
This bitch just got bit by a camel. That's one damn way to lose weight, isn't it? Have a camel take the fat right out your arm.
Amy is wanting skin removal surgery.
It removes some skin for real. I wonder, did the camel eat it or spit it out? Oh, stop! You're gonna make me puke.
I don't know, but maybe I need to go down there and get a boob tip bit or something. That 3-hour ride from the jail to back home was the longest.
I bet it was.
Most
Did
awkward.
she even say anything? Did he? Did you?
No, they sat in silence.
Now, the family explains that Amy has been a complete hot mess for like a year now, ever since her divorce, and it's past time for her to get her shit together. So they're gonna have a meeting with her to try to put her in check.
I don't care who does what, when, where, but when it involves children, you need to put them first, period. You've been a train wreck for months now. I dare say over a year now. Since a divorce. Hey, in a few days, we're gonna go enlighten Amy that she needs to be a little bit more accountable for her actions. She needs to know that she can't continue this behavior.
I mean, I agree wholeheartedly.
Since when have y'all been able to keep Amy in check? Like, this is the same heifer who went against her doctor's medical advice and had a baby too soon. And you think like a little meet up at the park is gonna put this woman in check?
I'm seriously hoping Amy's hit her rock bottom, and this is her eye opener. Wanted so long to be a mother, and now that she is a mother, bitch, you're it up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That's because she had no business being a mother in the first place. Just because someone wants kids doesn't mean that they should have them. This woman has the IQ of a peanut. And y'all thought that she was gonna be a good mom? Not everyone needs to be mixing up their genes like that. Like, these boys got their daddy's looks and their mama's brain. Like, they just fucked up all the way around. And I'm not saying all this to make fun of the kids. It's not these innocent kids' fault. It's Amy's. So they officially plan to have this sit down talk with Amy. Like, this is going to be productive at all. They would have had a more productive conversation with the camel.
I think that Amy is avoiding having grown-up conversations because she is afraid of what backlash she might receive. We understand that she might not be in a very good place right now. We are here, we love you, we support you, but stop up.
Now, the next segment is Tammy going over to a friend's house to have dinner because she's trying to, get out more, live life a little bit more.
Today I'm making dinner for my friend Steven and some of his friends. Now that I've lost weight, I'm able to be more independent and make sure I have my wallet, my phone, and mouth to do.
This is basically filler content, so I won't be covering this in detail. But honey, this scene was so funny to me because Tammy tried to cook up some nasty ass shit for her friends, and that one gay friend was not having it. She's gonna take a big ass pack of Walmart roided up chicken breasts and just dump it into a pot of water. No seasonings or nothing. The chicken is just tap water flavored, okay?
Oh, my family. I probably need to raise the temperature of it.
Raise it up some.
Yes, please.
Howdy. Tammy, this is Bart. Bart, this is
Nice to meet
Tammy.
you.
We hug in this house. I don't think I've ever seen that much chicken in a pot at one time. I probably would have grilled that first. I probably would not have put it in a pot of water like a swamp and just let it boil and boil and boil.
Bart was like, what the hell? What the helly? What the heliante is that? Bart was about to barf, honey, okay?
Oh my gosh.
This is a lot of chicken.
What in the hell is all this?
Chicken?
Fix it, Jesus.
I think he might have more diarrhea in the mouth than my family does. I love it though. I'm here for it.
First of all, why is it always Alfredo? Last season, it was Amy with the white chocolate Alfredo. Now this season, it's Tammy with her damn tap water flavored Alfredo. Like, what is going on? Second of all, what was wrong with just baking the chicken? Like, why are you trying to boil it like it's the pasta? Chicken came out looking like tofu. And everyone else besides Bart was like, girl, it's good.
It's good.
Is it? I've had worse things in my mouth. And I'm not a real picky eater. It's just a dry piece of chicken, and I just couldn't do it.
Bart was like, shit, if that is good, then I'm a straight man. Because I'd rather eat pussy than eat this shit right here. So next up is this talk that the family is going to try to have with Amy at the park. And let me tell you something. Nam one of them wanted to be there. They were sitting there contemplating if this was really worth the TLC check. Tammy is like, so is there a plan of action? Like, how are we gonna do this?
Are we gonna get like a plan together, or do y'all have one on how we're gonna approach Amy?
I just say approach with care. See, I was gonna bypass all that and just grab her by the throat, but you told me that was just too damn aggressive, so.
Hell no. TLC just told y'all to be at the park. There's no plan of action. There's no strategy at all. So here comes Amy walking down the street with her signature tank top on, twisted up Walmart shorts, and a stank ass face. You can smell both her camel infection and her attitude coming down the street.
Here she comes.
Here we go. As soon as Amy starts to walk up, I can tell she has a bit of an attitude, and I mean, I could already feel the tension amongst the rest of the siblings. And I'm thinking, just stay calm.
She comes and sits down. So what's up? And you know Amanda is going to be the first one to open her mouth as usual.
What we doing?
Well, I'm pretty sure that you already know that we need to have a discussion.
Amy jumps up like there was a wasp. I'm done. This was not supposed to be an intervention.
Know that we need to have a discussion.
I'm done.
You know what? I can't take this.
Big Daddy Chris is like, Amy, sit your ass down in your assigned seat before I grab my belt. This was not supposed to be an intervention. And Amanda is like, you know what? It's not. Now she gets up and walks away with her titties puffed out because she's mad now.
Amy, sit your ass down. Give us a minute, damn.
This is not supposed to be an
You know
intervention.
what? It's not. It's not.
Bro, I swear to God, Amanda could whoop somebody's ass with her titties alone. Amy's crying as usual. Then why does it sound like it was? Amanda is like, because I said we need to have a discussion? See, your problem is every time it's time to have a grown folks conversation, you want to throw a tantrum.
Then why does it sound like an intervention?
Because I said we need to have a conversation? Man, bump that.
That sounded just like an intervention to me.
No, you know what? The problem is every time somebody tries to talk to you, you want to jump up and storm off.
Amy is like, but the way you came at me though, you came at me sideways and I could see it because I got 360 vision. I could see you coming at me sideways with my other eye.
Problem is every time somebody tries to talk to you, you want to jump up and storm off.
The way you came at me though.
Wasn't nobody intervening nothing.
Amanda's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm taking my ass back home to her place. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all can deal with her. She gets in her car and speeds off.
Y'all can have it. They know what I got to say.
Amy's sitting there wiping away her tears with her tank top. I was told this wasn't supposed to be an intervention. It's not. It is too. I ain't stupid.
I was told it's not an intervention.
It's not.
That is too. I ain't stupid.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Fuck it. I can't help it. Why is it that the dumbest heifers with 2 cents of common sense always think they're the smart ones? It's like somehow they're dumb enough to actually think they're smart. Amy's like, I'm done. Y'all been lying to me all day. I'm done. She gets up and she storms off in the direction she came.
I'm done. You sat here and lied to me all day. Like, what the?
In the interview scene, she is still fucking crying.
I don't want to talk about the camera bite, and I don't want to talk about breast. And they don't get it.
See, it's always about what Amy wants and what she doesn't want. It's never about what needs to be done. She cannot fathom the idea of responsibility. Like, she cannot even pronounce responsibility, let alone acquire some. Brittany is like, well, I see why she thought it was an intervention, because we're all kind of here gathered around her. And then they start talking about how it was the same situation with Tammy back in the day, back when Tammy was the main problem.
I mean, I do understand where she was thinking it was an intervention because all of us are here.
All
and
of us
the
were here.
last time we had something, we were all here at the same place.
Talking about Tammy leaving
With
walking
Tammy.
out of the damn facility because she was going home one way or a damn another.
Being on the other end of a intervention kind of thing isn't easy to deal with. So I understand where she could feel threatened by us, but at the same time, she needs to get her act together.
Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you call it, okay? It doesn't matter if it was an intervention, a family meeting, a talk. It wouldn't have worked regardless. Would a discussion be helpful and appropriate? Yeah, I mean, it's a great plan for anyone who's mentally developed past 16 years old. But Amy? Any man Amy? Always crying Amy? That shit was never gonna work. This is how they should have approached this. Hi, sweetie. Come sit down. We brought you snacks. We have an energy drink and some Cheese Whiz here for you. How are you feeling as a poor victim in all of this? Is there anything that we can do for you? Drive you anywhere? Tuck you into bed? Wipe your ass? We'll take you shopping for new tank tops, anything you want. That's how Amy wants to be treated. She wants to be treated like one of the kids. She wants to be babied. Chris is like, well, I know one thing. If she doesn't show up for court, then I'm out 10 grand because I'm the one that posted bail for her. So if she doesn't show up for court, I'm on the hook for 10 grand. And Brittany is like, and I'm gonna get upset.
Since I'm the one that posted bail for Amy, if she don't appear for court, I'm on the hook for 10 grand.
Then I'm gonna get upset.
So really, I don't give a damn if I gotta pick her up, throw her over the shoulder, and throw her in the damn van to get her at the courthouse. I'm not paying that 10 grand.
You think Brittany was mad when Chris was giving Tammy all the attention? Imagine if they just dropped 10K just for Amy's dumbass decisions. Now, y'all know Britt is a hardcore Christian, Jesus-loving woman. But if she find out that they're out of 10K, she's gonna have to repent for something. Tammy is like, I think the meeting went wrong because Amanda led the group with her attitude. So I'm gonna try to talk to Amy one-on-one at a later time because she'll hear me out.
The talk with Amy really backfired, and I think the reason is because Amanda led the group and came off with an attitude. We need to talk, bitch. So I'm gonna give Amy a few days to calm down before I try to approach her again by myself, one-on-one, just her and I, because she might be more willing to hear me out.
Look, is Amanda always on 100? Yes. Does she come off aggressive as hell? Yes. Was there anything necessarily wrong with the way she started this particular discussion? In my opinion, no. But at the same time, like I said, Amy is a special case. Now, I'm not saying that they should have to baby her. They shouldn't have to tiptoe. But if the goal was to have a productive conversation, sometimes you gotta adjust. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta stoop down to Amy's level. You wouldn't talk to a little kid the same way you would talk to a grown-ass adult. You can't be using grown folks vernacular and language around Amy. It's just not gonna work. And of course, the conversation is gonna go better with just Tammy and Amy because it's always been them against the older siblings. They need to have a conversation brat to brat, just from one immature brat to another. So now it's time for the annual Kentucky Corn Festival. Yeah, you heard that right. The Slayton family is going to the local annual Kentucky Corn Festival. Now, I know that sounds like the most country Kentuckian cringe shit you ever heard, but I actually could relate so much because I'm from a small town here in Florida called Plant City, where we are known for our strawberries. And every year we have the Strawberry Festival and the Strawberry Parade. But let me tell you something. My hometown Strawberry Festival shits on this sad ass little corn festival. This was the most pathetic little festival and parade I have ever seen in my life. Like, this makes my town's Strawberry Festival look like Coachella because this is just sad. Like, the city had no budget for this with them weak ass Dollar Tree foam board decorations and everything. So the older siblings are at the Kentucky Corn Fest. They're walking down the street and Chris starts talking about how he wants to open his own food truck.
Well, I talked to a guy down here that's got a food truck and he's willing to let me work it because I am interested in something like that. I worked in fast food for 27 years, but I've always loved the idea of me opening my own restaurant.
So TLC found some random ass food truck owners that let Chris put a couple sauces on some orders and work the window. TLC probably just gave them a couple extra dollars in the tip jar. It was basically filler too. Meanwhile, Tammy and Amy are playing with the boys on the kiddie rides. Now, side note, why does Amy always dress these boys the exact same with the exact same colors and everything? Like, she wants them to be twins so bad. I know they're both the size of Teenage Ninja Turtles, but that doesn't mean they're twins, bro. Like, at least put them in different colors. Now, Tammy has to flop and roll her ass into those rides, and I know that she was bruised up the next day.
I might have to get it backwards. Oh, I got it. No, I don't. I landed in the seat facing Amy. Because I about got a mouthful of Amy.
But she gets her ass on those rides and she has a blast. And this is actually a really big deal for her because she has never been able to ride them before. She's just been too damn big.
Being on these rides are very special to me. I'm just shocked that I could get on the ride and fit inside the car cab.
Now it's time for this talk between Tammy and Amy about the camel incident and the arrest. So they go into this little cafe, and for some reason they filmed this like it happened during the corn festival, but I don't think it did.
So this might be a perfect time for me to grab Amy and have a one-on-one with her. I'm just trying to go over the best possible way to approach Amy without her getting mad and overreact.
Like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all know TLC is really weird with the editing. I know it sounds like my storytelling is all over the place, but that's because these episodes are all over the place, okay? So it's not my fault. So they ask each other how they're doing, and Amy is like, yeah, I just been keeping to myself because, I'm independent now.
Saying I don't want to be around my siblings, it's just, sometimes it can be a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to doing my own thing. I'm independent now.
It's a little crazy coming out of Amy's mouth because being arrested is not independent. I think she needs to quit being in denial.
Independent? Not emotionally, you're not. You're not mentally or emotionally independent at all. You're so desperate for validation and attention, you're moving you and your two young boys in with a stranger, all because he whispered some sweet nothings in your ear and took you out to get street tacos, and you think you're independent? So Tammy is asking how she's dealing with the situation, and Amy is like, it's scary. I could lose my kids. And Tammy is like, yeah.
The fact that I could have lost my kids.
That was scary for me. So I cannot imagine how scary it was for you.
She starts crying again, and she's like, I think I've been doing pretty good and handling it well. This is the first time I've broken down since.
You're fine. I think I've done pretty good. This is the first time I broke down, and that's okay.
Bitch, what? Bro, we've seen you cry like 5 different times over it. have a complete meltdown when your family tried to talk to you about it, and refuse to think about the situation longer than 5 minutes. But I guess to her, that's handling it well, because Delulu is her Salulu to every damn thing. Tammy is like, I know this is hard for you. Just call me if you need anything. I'm here for support.
You can text me anytime. Call me if you need to talk, dude.
And that was the end of the conversation. Like, there was no real discussion, or at least we didn't get to see one as the viewer. There was no what did we learn moment. There was no what's the plan of action. How can we avoid this in the future? It was just Tammy patting Amy on the back and giving her some sympathy, like her goldfish just died or something. So now it's time for Tammy to get on the float and participate in the corn parade because she was invited by her friends.
I'm here.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi. Daddy looks good.
You like the float?
Yes, it looks great. I think it's fun and cool being included into the group.
I don't know why they decided to go with a red theme for the corn festival, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is that Tammy had a blast on that float. You hear me? I mean, Tammy was up there feeling her full fantasy. She was waving like the Queen of England. She's tossing out candy. People she knows are complimenting her. They're like, hey, Tammy, you look good, girl. And she's like, thank you. I know. Yes. Hello, all my loyal subjects. It's me, your Kentucky Cornfest queen.
Oh, here we go.
Be careful.
Wave, look pretty.
As we're driving down the parade route, I just see people I went to school with, or they know my family. It's a proud moment. And now it's so rewarding for people to be like amazed of how good I look now. Hi! Thank you!
Now, of course, the family is on the sidelines waiting for her to come by to support her. And Amy pulls up to the scene wearing clothes that don't fit her properly, as usual, but also some sash that says hot mess on it. And the family was not entertained by it at all.
Better late than never, bitches.
Really? It seems like Amy is taking the whole situation too lighthearted. Anytime you're in a situation that you could go to jail, it's time to buckle the down and do what you got to do to make sure you don't.
Amy is like, yeah, a street vendor randomly came and put it on me, and I was like, look, that's funny. That fits me perfectly. I'ma keep it.
I went over to a vendor and they put this hot mess sash on me. And I'm like, that's fitting. I'm gonna keep that on.
It's missing the word express.
That street vendor who gave her that sash knew exactly what they were doing. So the Cornfest wraps up, and 2 days later, we see Chris and Tammy driving on the way to pick up Amy so they can help her find something to wear to court. Because you know Amy, she would just come up in there looking like she's running to the Circle K to pick up a pack of cigarettes.
So today, we're gonna go take her shopping to find something to wear to court and maybe try to talk to her again.
They pick up Amy from Brian's place, of course, and all I keep thinking is this mofo alone with the kids? Like, I need a log of where the kids are at all times. Like, I need a sign out sheet because I'm just concerned. I'm just concerned for the well-being, and I don't trust the motherfucker. So she hops in the back so Big Daddy Chris can take his two girls shopping. And they try to talk to Amy about the severity of the situation, maybe formulating a plan or something. And Amy is just not having it. She's like, stop talking about it, y'all. Y'all putting me in a mentally fucked up state.
Well, I was hoping you realized the severity of the situation, because if they throw the book at you, you're looking at years. It's not dawning on you how serious the situation really is. You can't get much more than the hot seat than what you're in right at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, quit talking about this, y'all.
It's just to put me in a mental state.
Amy, please don't.
I couldn't handle this.
They're beating me to death over this shit. And if they don't stop, I'ma tell them off.
Chris and Tammy are beating me to death over this. And if they don't stop, I'm gonna tell them off.
First of all, you're already in a mentally fucked up state. That's just your natural state of mind. Okay? Second of all, you ain't gonna tell nobody off or do anything but just start that ugly duckling crying like you always do. Third of all, Amy is just treating this shit like she's a teenager that just got suspended from school. She's like, they're beating me to death over this. God. All I did was endanger my 2 young children and get charged with a felony that I could go to prison over. Jeez. So that is where episode 4 ends, because TLC is weird and likes to start and end episodes in really weird places. So the next episode, episode 5, picks up exactly where it left off with this court day shopping trip. Amy is like, my family thinks I'm not taking this seriously, but like, I am. Right now, I just need to keep my mind off of it because I already cried enough today.
I get where Chris is coming from. He thinks I'm not taking this seriously, but I am. Like, I know what's at stake here. I can do some jail time. Right now, it's just better for me to be keeping my mind off the camel bite and all the other bull because I've already cried enough today.
This girl probably cried more than her little boys do. I swear to God. So they go into this little thrift shop and Amy explains that she needs something to wear to court because, as Amy reminds us, her usual aesthetic is spaghetti strap core, okay?
I'm just looking for something businessy, I guess. Maybe something to wear to church, I don't know. Or a funeral. I'm most comfortable in a spaghetti strap and a pair of shorts. That's my business motto.
Tammy is like, yeah, Amy usually dresses like a hoe, so we need to put her in something nice. You know, no crazy ass slogans, no booty eating attire, none of that bullshit she usually wears.
Amy usually dresses like a Helena. For a court appearance, Amy should look halfway decent. No baby daddy or booty, eat my booty or whatever Amy likes to wear. I don't know.
I'm like, okay, Tammy, why you sitting there looking like a Dollar Tree Regina George in your pink Mean Girl sweatsuit? But okay. So they start shopping around and Amy is like, what size are you? I'm an extra large. And Tammy is like, I'm a large.
I'm in an XL. What size are you now?
A large?
Amy starts looking at her dumbfounded. I can fit a large too. I just like to size up.
Well, I can wear a large. I just like mine. I like sizing up for some reason.
Size up? Says the bitch that be suffocating her fupa? You're literally popping the buttons off the dress you're currently wearing. And you think you sizing up? Like, you need to add a couple more X's on that bitch. Of course, Amy says she hasn't been focusing on her weight because she has too much going on right now.
I don't know how much I weigh. Do I care? No. Because right now, weight loss is the furthest thing from my mind. I got bigger fish to fry and bigger camels to kill.
Nah, Miss Thing. You were going the opposite direction well before this camel incident happened, okay? And I know that she's been through a lot with the divorce and everything. I'm just keeping it a buck for the sake of accountability. So they find her an outfit to wear and wrap that up. Now the next segment is Tammy taking Big Mama Slayton to get a haircut.
My mom don't get out of the house very often. And it's been like 3 years since she's had a haircut. So today I'm taking my mom to get her haircut.
Every time I see the mom, I'm reminded of just how big Big Mama Slayton is. I'm like, damn, well, no wonder the rest of them were some chunksters too. Look where they got it from. So this was also just more filler BS for the most part. But what was cool about this scene is that we get to see Tammy pushing someone else around in a wheelchair. In the first few seasons, she was in the wheelchair. She couldn't do anything. She was being taken care of. And now she is mobile and healthy enough to take care of her mom. And I just think it's a really cool transition. So Mama Slayton gets her hair cut and I'm like, good. Take that thin, greasy shit off.
Looky there.
That ain't very much.
You don't think so? Nah. That could make a little wig for somebody.
When I tell you, Mama Slayton looked 10 times better after that haircut. Like, that hair lady did her a big favor, bro. She looked at least 30% less Squidbilly than before. Anyway, Tammy and Mama Slayton catch up on the tea, and this is also when Tammy invites her to meet Andrea. Now, if you're not caught up on the season, Andrea is Tammy's new boo thing, but she has been really nervous about how her family is going to react to her dating a girl and how the meet my family thing is going to go. And the first person Tammy wants Andrea to meet is Mama Slayton, so we will be seeing that later on in this episode. Moving right along to the next segment, Amy is going to see a chiropractor because her whole excuse story that she's going with, right, is that she has back pain, which is why she had a medical card for the weed, right? And she's like, yeah, so I could smoke legally, or is it legally or illegally?
Because my back has been hurting me since 5th grade, basically. And after I had Gage, it's even 20 times 1,000 worse. My doctor prescribed me a card so I could smoke marijuana legally. Is it illegally or legally?
Legally.
Legally.
This is not okay. This girl got nothing in her head but 2 brain cells, and they're just playing the Ookie Spooky Skeleton song on repeat. And as we're about to find out, I'm not wrong, because at the chiropractor, they end up doing some scans and some tests and shit on her, right? And then Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers movies comes in, and he's the main doctor of the practice here to go over her results. Come to find out that the tension on her nerve system is like 6 times over what it should normally be. And here's the kicker, right? According to this test, Amy's brain is only functioning at like 14% of what it should be.
So those scans you did?
Yeah.
Right. This is measuring how much tension is on your nerve system, okay? Normal is between 10 and 100, okay? So in your case, 632.
That's a lot.
So it is a lot. Brainwave activity, that's 14%. We want to see that number be greater than 80%. That brain percentage number says that your brain is functioning at 14% of what it could function at. What I'm saying is that Amy's brain could work a lot better. So yes.
Now, y'all, I got a lot of thoughts about this. One could argue that this wasn't accurate or it was just set up for the show to make fun of Amy. Y'all know how they do. But at the same time, it's not like it's unbelievable. I mean, like, this could damn well be true, and part of me hopes it is, because it would serve as an explanation for all the tomfoolery and bullshit that we have witnessed on the show. Like, it would just explain Amy as a whole. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it would make me feel better if we had a scientific explanation for the Amy atrocities that we have witnessed. Because at this point, it's exploitation, right? Like, and I'm semi-serious when I say that I don't think Amy should be like 100% in charge of herself. Like, this girl needs one of those adult babysitters. She needs a conservatorship or something. She needs somebody to make important adult decisions for her, because I don't think that she can. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being dead serious. And they can start by getting that weird ass, creepy ass, I love your kid's ass, Boogeyman Brian away from her. Because now that we have confirmed that the camel has a higher IQ than Amy does, I think it's fair that we get some help for her and those poor kids. Because see, I got a bum ass uncle that used to do the same thing. He would purposely go after and seduce these mentally disabled women so he could exploit the fuck out of them. And I'm pretty sure it's the same situation happening with Amy and Brian. But no, they're on a TLC show and no one is intervening because we're all living in a Black Mirror timeline. So Amy gets adjusted by the chiropractor and we have to get flashed by her disgusting ass feet. Them disgusting ass feetsies. I damn near puked up my herbal tea I was sipping on. This bitch is so dirty. I bet the camel also caught an infection from biting her ass. The camel probably had to get a shot afterwards. I bet if you lift up Amy's fupa, it's just bugs and barnacles under that bitch. It's like the one cursed ship from Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's move on before I throw the hell up. Now on to Brittany's doctor appointment with Dr. Smith. Now, if you're not caught up, Brittany is now interested in getting weight loss surgery. Apparently, she's been struggling with diabetes and weight management, and she really needs to do something about it. Now, at a previous appointment, Chris told Dr. Smith that Brittany is looking into getting some help, and of course, Dr. Smith agreed to help her. So this is now Brittany's first appointment with Dr. Smith. Y'all, side note, just once, okay? I am begging her, just fucking once. I need to see her do something different with her hair. I don't know if she's insecure about her hairline, like maybe she has some thinning or something, but there are other things that you can try, honey. There's hats, a bandana, a beanie, anything. I will take anything other than them damn higher than heaven headbands that she's always wearing. So anyway, they go into the appointment and Brittany explains that she has diabetes and it's really bad and she's on the verge of having to take insulin shots. And the doc was like, okay, well, how bad is it? You know, what's your A1C? 10 something.
I have type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
And it's not under control.
Really? So they're looking at putting you on insulin now?
Yeah.
Do you remember what your A1C was the last time they checked?
10 something.
10. Jeez, yeah, that's high. That's high.
Damn, girl, you trying to meet Jesus early, ain't you? Huh? You about to fuck up all your organs. I mean, your kidneys, your heart, your liver, and asshole are just about to be rotting away.
Because it affects so many organ systems. It causes people to go into renal failure and have to have kidney transplants. It causes people to have severe coronary artery disease, heart attacks, or death for that matter.
He said for a person who is obese and has type 2 diabetes, the risk of developing cancer is 3 times higher than it is in a healthy person.
If you take someone who's obese and you give them type 2 diabetes, their risk of developing cancer is 300% higher than if they didn't have both of those things.
She is like, so would I be a candidate for weight loss surgery? And Dr. Smith is like, hell yeah. Shit, TLC can go ahead and cut me that check right now because I'm ready to get you on my table and slice your ass open.
Well, I was wondering if I would be a candidate for weight loss surgery.
You're an absolute excellent candidate. What many people don't realize is the extreme weights, like where Tammy was, is the rarity. The majority of the people that we see are the patients that are just 100 pounds overweight, maybe 75 pounds overweight.
But what have you been eating? Tell me what your diet is like. Well, I drink a lot of soda. How much soda you been drinking, Brittany? Like 6 a day. Dr. Smith is like 6. And Chris is like, yeah, 6 on a damn slow day, doc. That's a low ball number.
I drink a lot of soda.
And not diet, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. How many a day do you think you drink?
I would say probably 6.
Really? 6 a day?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
On a slow day, dog. Don't look at me like that. Tell the truth.
And Dr. Smith was like, oh no, honey. We need to stop that immediately. Now, I owe Chris an apology, okay? Because in the previous episodes, when we first learned about Brittany's diabetes, they were both making it seem like she was struggling because Chris keeps cooking all this bomb-ass barbecue food for her. So I was getting on to Chris about that, but no, come to find out that this girl is throwing back cans of soda like it's the blood of Christ. Hell, it doesn't matter what you're cooking when you're drinking all that damn soda and you got diabetes. I mean, you must want to lose a couple toes, girl. So Dr. Smith is like, look, I'm not even gonna give you a weight loss goal. We just need to get your A1C down and I'm gonna be ready to scrub in. Chris was kind of salty about it because he had all these weight loss goals that he needed to hit before he could get surgery.
No, I just feel like it's bullshit. She should get a weight loss goal too.
Let me tell you something. This one right here may be harder to accomplish.
Why are you so salty?
No, that's some bull. Man, I come in here for 3 years and got a 50 damn pound weight goal every time I walk in the door. And I ain't worried about your weight. We just need you to worry your blood sugar. What the hell kind of is that?
And even though I kind of understand where he's coming from, I'm like, just be happy and supportive for your wife, bruh. So the next segment is Tammy taking her new girlfriend, Andrea, to meet Big Mama Slayton. This wasn't anything special. All you need to know is that Big Mama Slayton don't care that Tammy is dating a girl. Mama Slayton was like, I don't really care about the man-on-man, woman-on-woman relations. Like, I don't really care about the homosexuals. So as long as she's happy, I'm happy.
I think Tammy was afraid for me to meet Andrea, but I don't really care about women on women and men on men deals. So I figured it out on my own that it was her girlfriend and the way she spoke about her. If Andrea genuinely cares for Tammy and makes her happy, then I'll be happy with her.
So Tammy was just worried for no damn reason because no one gives a damn that she's dating a woman. Like, anything is better than that BBW King bum ass that she was talking to, that she was dating before. Y'all know what I wanted to say there, but I already get in trouble for cussing and shit. So so now it's time for the peak of the tomfoolery, okay? It's time for the real bullshit to commence. So Amy, Brian, Tammy, and Misty all go to this bootleg haunted house at a strip mall. Tammy and Misty really don't want to be there, but they're trying to be supportive or whatever, right?
Today, Misty, Tammy, Brian, and me are going to a haunted house. I'm happy that my siblings want to spend more time with Brian, get to know him better.
So they go through this haunted house, and then all of a sudden, Boogeyman Brian decides to pull out his own scare. He's like, Amy, look at me. Look over here, baby. Look at me.
Amy?
What are you doing?
Amy?
He pulls out a little
both
fucking
said we'd never
box,
do this
and
again.
I'm like, oh my God. Please tell me this weirdo is not about to do what I think he's about to do in the middle of a pop-up haunted house at a strip mall. He gets down on one knee. Amy, both of us said we'll never do this again, but my love for you is insane. So, will you marry me?
I know we both said we'd never do this again, but my love for you is insane. Will you marry me?
Tammy and Missy look at each other like, bitch, what? I said, aw, shit. Now watch this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this heifer say yes. Amy is like, you know I will.
You know I will.
Yeah, he does know. He knows you're stupid enough to say yes. If you were stupid enough to let him around your kids after a couple weeks of knowing him, and you were stupid enough to move in with him shortly after that, then he knows you're dumb enough to say yes to this ratchet ass proposal. He slides some damn costume jewelry ring on her that he got from Spirit Halloween on the half off sale, and Amy is just happy as a pig in mud.
I know.
We're engaged,
bitches! I ain't gonna lie, this is my best proposal yet.
Well, I hoped it would be, and this should be your last proposal, dear.
It better be.
Tammy and Missy are looking at each other like, girl, do you see this shit? Are you witnessing the same tomfoolery that I am witnessing right now? Tammy is like, see, me and Misty have a secret language that we can talk to each other without saying anything. Like, you know how you can say a whole sentence to your friend with just one look?
If I'd have known the proposal was coming, I would have probably been able to school my face a little bit better than I did.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Me and Misty kind of know how to talk to each other without using our mouths. So me and Misty are in our own little conversation with just our eyes and our eyebrows. We were telling each other, this is stupid, let's go. Let's get the out of here.
Even the damn scare actors were like, what the fuck? Like, I'm scared now. Like, what is happening? They leave the haunted house and Amy is just all giddy trying to show off her costume ring to her sisters. And they're like, yeah, girl, congrats.
Congratulations.
Misty.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm excited.
You better be.
Like, Amy is really feeling like that bitch right now, okay? They give us a close-up of the ring, and it's literally just a fucking dollar store ring with some skeleton hands. Something that's about to turn green and start chipping in a couple of days.
We're engaged, bitches! He knows I decorate with skulls and stuff.
And the skull fingers make a heart.
And we just happened to buy these shirts, and it just fits us to a T.
So they go outside to talk, and Tammy and Misty are like, well, you know, I mean, I want the best for y'all. I mean, it seems like it's a little too soon. It feels rushed.
I mean, I want the best for y'all.
What?
I said I want the best for y'all.
Thank you.
I think y'all need to slow down some, though.
And Amy is like, yeah, I told him that we're moving fast. And Brian is just staring off into the distance, not even looking at her, like, yeah, but that didn't stop you, didn't it? Because you're a dumbass, aren't you, huh? Aren't you, sweetie pie? Who's my little dumbass?
And well, I said that too. I said that he's rushing too fast to having a...
Yes, you've said that for a minute, but it didn't sway you.
No. You're stuck with me.
By the way, why the fuck is Brian always staring off into space looking every which a damn way but at Amy with a stupid ass smile on his face? Like, what is he on? What are you looking for, Brian? Like, he is looking for anything more appealing to look at than his own fiance. They're like, yeah, we need to have the wedding at a real haunted location. Let's have it at the haunted sanatorium.
I think the wedding needs to be at a haunted location, too.
Not accurate haunted location. I want a real ghost at my wedding.
You know my first choice.
What?
Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Yeah.
Tammy and Misty are like, pardon me? We ain't about to go to no damn haunted asylum. We're not going into Arkham to be at this bullshit ass wedding that shouldn't be happening in the first place. No, ma'am.
I definitely ain't gonna go to her goddamn wedding. If she goes to a haunted house like she's talking to get married.
I agree.
I ain't touching it.
Now, I don't give a damn how big of a horror fan you are, okay? This is not something that mentally well people do. Who in the hell wants to get married at some old haunted mental hospital that's probably not even up to code? Like, I don't even know if the county is gonna let them host a wedding at that location. That place probably been shut down and condemned. What are y'all talking about? Missy is like, you know what? I've had enough tomfoolery for tonight. I'm taking my ass home. So they go their separate ways, and Amy is like, I don't think they were happy about the proposal. They never approve of anything I do.
I think I've had enough for today. I'm about to head home.
Right.
Yeah.
We got a wedding to plan.
Right?
I think Tammy and Misty are mad about that.
About the proposal?
Yeah. Because nothing I do pleases anybody.
Then she started crying again because she didn't get the attention and validation that she wanted. Everyone was supposed to be cheering and kissing her ass because some creep she barely knows proposed to her at a pop-up haunted house and a strip mall with a costume jewelry ring.
Because nothing I do pleases anybody. That's how I feel right now. Like, that's how they made me feel.
She's sitting in the car still crying and carrying on. My family never happy for me. Tammy doesn't care if it's not about her. Why can't they ever be happy for me? Brian is like, well, I'm so sorry to hear that, baby. He still ain't looking at her, y'all.
I hardly ever get something exciting like this to happen to me, and they act like that. They couldn't have been happy for me.
I hate that, baby. This wasn't supposed to go that way.
I was the only one happy when they proposed.
There you go.
Tammy's never happy about it, I get. If it ain't about her, it ain't about her.
See, Amy doesn't have any common sense, so she doesn't have the mental capacity to understand the bullshittiness of the situation and why her family doesn't approve of anything she does. That's because everything that you do is fucking laughable. Play stupid games, you'll win stupid prizes. Like the fiance that you just acquired. She has the nerve to imply that Tammy is selfish when all Amy does is talk about her own emotion and what makes her happy, right? She's sitting there crying because she didn't get enough attention, but she's implying that Tammy is the selfish one because Tammy wasn't entertained by this stupid bullshit. Tammy is like, don't give a fuck if I hurt Amy's feelings. That's her dumbass mistakes. I'm sick of covering up for her dumbass mistakes. I am not entertaining this tomfoolery at all.
How do you think she wanted you to react to the engagement?
I don't care if I hurt Amy's feelings. That's her mistakes, not mine. And I'm tired of covering up for her mistakes.
She needs to pay attention to what's going on in her life right now, or it could backfire and be a prison wedding.
I said it earlier in the video and I'll say it again. Y'all need to get this man away from Amy and those kids. Like, if you really cared about your sister, please snatch his scrawny ass away from her. Call the cops on them again or something, because you know they probably got substances in the car again anyway. All you had to do was keep Amy in jail and this proposal would have never happened. Her brain and hygiene is only at 14%. Somebody stop her. This is the end of my recap and commentary for this video, but it just gets worse from here, okay? It just gets worse. Amy gets more ridiculous, and honestly, I don't know how much more of it I can handle, but I'm gonna try to get through it for you guys. Again, if you have not seen me cover episodes 1 through 3 of this season, the link to that playlist will be in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video, or my cat Nova is coming for that booty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
We gon' turn them into stew. Yeah, I got a new boo, new shoes, a new mood. Can't let my family tell me what to do. I'm a bad bitch.